friend is injured. He needs rest. It's not over yet. He'll wake up. Of course he will.
I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul. Except for my cat. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better.
It's like a shard of ice into your neck. A quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness.
Thank you. We still have the goblins to contend with. It's no small thing to ask, but I've seen you fight. You're equal to the task.
No innocence. You have my word. Only villains that we need to kill anyway.
I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. Shah's secrets must be preserved above all else. All who worship her know this. I have had certain memories suppressed, voluntarily, so that I can serve Shah without compromising her.
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. They won't ever control me again.
Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Cinderellimouse and I'm back with Baldur's Gate 3. That's right, you can hear a dog barking. It's Scratch. Where is my good boy? Let's say hi to Scratch, because priorities.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Pet him, obviously. I feel like it's a rule that you have to pet Scratch in like every single episode. Like, I think we should make that a thing. You all need to remind me though. Let me know in the comments if I forget to pet Scratch. He's such a good boy. He deserves all the pets. Okay, I love him. Hope you're keeping well, friend. He's so cute. And when you use the spell Speak with Animals on him to kind of get the dialogue and get his like his words, like to hear what he's thinking and to have him communicate, he's just such a good boy. He's so sweet. All right, what I also want to do is talk to my other good boy. And my other good boy is my husband, Gale, Le Gale of Waterdeep, with his amazing moustache. And you can't tell me he doesn't look better with a moustache than that scruff.
How can I help?
I want to find out more about this magical artifact, and like Cordia would want to help him. She'd want to check in on him. She'd be like, okay, I think I've figured out which one of our magical artifacts you can eat. I've got a couple planned for you. So yeah, let's go ahead and say, first of all, I want to ask, I was wondering, that condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Well, that sounds really quite bad and scary, so I think I actually have a magical artifact that you might be interested in.
Your enterprising approach to my problem is most encouraging. But it is a delicate process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item, but keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
And I think that really helps as well with me trusting Gale, that this isn't just some kind of addiction that he's like, I need more, I need more, I need more. It seems to be something he genuinely is dealing with, a bit like needing medication, right, for an illness rather than having some kind of addiction. Because I think it's a really good sign that when we offered him something, he didn't just take it. He said, no, keep it close, you know, when the time's right, I will let you know. So I also want to have Dirge have a chat with a few people, including my wife, Shadowheart, who seems to be over here praying. You know, she seems to be dealing with something. You gonna talk? Are you chatting? What's happening? He just ran over here. He's like, I will stand and look epic in front of Shadowheart, and this is all I'll do. Withers is just like scratching his chin in the background, pondering. Oh, she's finished. We didn't want to interrupt her while she was praying. That was what that was.
The grove sported some rather interesting murals, I must say. They just reminded me of something half forgotten. It seemed to depict Lady Shah's warriors in combat. I hadn't known they were active in these parts.
Shah's warriors. Care to elaborate?
You know me. I'm not usually one to elaborate if I can avoid it. They looked like dark justiciars, an elite force among Lady Shah's ranks. Only the very finest proved themselves worthy of the title.
It sounds like you aspire to join them.
What right-minded servant of Lady Shah wouldn't? But it's a distant dream. The Dark Justiciars have been silent for years. Curious to see them depicted in such a place. Perhaps there's more to it. But there's nothing to be done about it just now.
So she's talking about these murals that we saw in Druid's Grove that depicted like a battle between the Sulu Knights, the Shah warriors. There was like a helmet smashed on the ground, and the Druids. And obviously she worships Shah, who's this goddess of shadow. So she's very secretive. She likes to keep things to herself a lot. And what's more, she, I don't know, like, Shah is not known to be a good goddess. And I'm a bit concerned. I'm a bit concerned that maybe this isn't the right goddess for Shadowheart, but you know, we can see how this goes. We can see how this develops and kind of just keep an eye on her, you know, be a friend to her. Okay, we need Astarion and Karlach. These are the other people that I want to speak to. Is that Karlach? That is Will. Let's head over here. Here she is. She's thinking things through. She's having a bit of a conversation with herself over here. She has such great kind of like
what's up for discussion?
Camp idols.
What's the story?
So as a reminder, Karlach doesn't have a heart. Her heart was removed and replaced by an infernal engine, which is something that was done to her by Zariel, who is the archdevil of the first layer of the Nine Hells. And Archdevil Zariel is fighting this blood war against the demons. Devils and demons are two different types of creature in D&D. So there's this kind of like perpetual war that is being fought, and Zariel, who's actually a fallen angel, is leading the devils against the demons. And so Karlach was basically kind of sold to her, like one of her friends kind of sold her out, and she's been in service in this blood war kind of against her will, and this is why she has that infernal engine for her heart. She was kind of like a prototype soldier. So we did meet a tiefling in the Druids. We met a tiefling in the Druids Grove who was an infernal mechanic. He was a blacksmith. He'd worked with infernal metals, and he said if we can go and find some infernal iron, he can actually kind of repair the damage that had been done to her heart that's causing her to overheat. So it's really quite important because we love Karlach, we care about Karlach, to go and find that for her. Just as a recap, it sounds like all we need to do to fix your engine is find some infernal iron.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
I could do with a drink, actually. Hold on, guys. Sorry, future editing Relly, because you're probably going to have to cut this out. If you were ever wondering why there's so many cuts in my videos, partially it's because I'm either fixing my wig or drinking water. And you're like, trust me, those cuts, those edits, they're for your benefit. Because I do it a lot. Okay. Let's go. And then I want to speak to Astarion as well. So in the last episode, Astarion actually confessed to us that he was a vampire, and that he, again, had... A lot of the characters have had these dark pasts where they've had really kind of oppressive or abusive people that they've you know, have been dealing with. So this is quite a common theme through the character, all the different characters, this theme of kind of overcoming tyranny or overcoming abuse and finding true friendship, because friendship matters, guys. What's that My Little Pony like saying? I can't remember. Okay, Astarion.
I suppose you want to hear about Khazad-dûr.
So at this point, I'm feeling like Dirge is really protective over Astarion. You know, they've found a kind of common bond, that kind of game recognizes game, hunter recognizes hunter. They have this kind of mutual understanding and respect for each other. And so they're forming this tentative bond. And again, I feel like they both find it hard to trust people. They find it hard to kind of make friends because of who they are in the past and their natures and things like this. They both have this urge to, well, Dirge has the urge to kill, right? The dark urge to kill. And Astarion has the need to drink blood. He's a vampire. So they both have this kind of monster persona that they're working through and that they're kind of coming to terms with and things like this. So yeah, that idea of kind of finding somebody who sees you and doesn't necessarily judge you, but who can understand you, I think is a big theme for me in this Let's Play with these two characters. But, you know, with them forming that bond, I feel like Dirge is starting to, he's like, don't mess with my friend, right? He's like, he's just a little guy. Like, Astarion is my little brother. So he's got that kind of, you know, that feeling of vengeance, like, tell me more about this person who hurt you, you know, like, I'll hunt them down. But also, you know, being prepared, like being prepared for anything, being prepared for, you know, what they might run into. He's like, I want more information. I don't want this to surprise me, right? I want to know this is coming. And then furthermore as well, I feel like Dirge is, yeah, I don't know. Let's keep going. You said, if I was playing with Cordia, I'd say, you don't have to tell me anything you don't want to. But Dirge is like, no, I need information. He's going to say, you said he was your master.
My old master. Before the Mind Flayers took me from him. Before this strange, twisted freedom. Khazad-dûr is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
So we see this as well, like the idea of perpetuating violence or perpetuating abuse. Astarion has that quality. He has that quality of manipulating people and lying and being deceptive and being persuasive. So we saw this with him in the last episode with Cordia, where he was wanting to drink her blood. And to me, it seems a little bit like, have you ever been around a guy? I don't know who's watching this. Like, some of you are guys, but from my experience, like, sometimes you can be around a guy and he's kind of, you know, oh, I feel sad. Like, oh, if you could just do this for me. And it's like that kind of, almost like, I find it quite off-putting. I find it kind of like this childish persuasion, this immature, like, I don't know, and I feel that in that scene, and it gives me the creeps. I don't like the way Astarion acts in that scene. You know, Cordia is just very naive, so she's like, okay, suck my blood, you know. But yeah, we do see that, and I do this. You know, if Khazad-dûr's manipulated people and manipulated him, then he's learned that behavior from him, right? That's how he's been taught to survive. So again, not my favorite quality, but also great character, you know, interesting character to play with and to interact with. So he's going to say, and here this line, tormentor, what did he do? One, I feel like Dirge is like getting a bit of a kick from this. He's kind of like, what did he do? Give me some ideas, you know, because he's that way inclined, at least in the past. But also angry because I feel like there's almost like a competition element with Dirge with this. I feel like Dirge is, because he sees Astarion as being his, right? He's like, he's my friend. He's my little brother. I feel like that kind of feeling of ownership over Astarion, now he sees Cazador as a competitor for that. Cazador is a competitor for Astarion's friendship. And he's like, I am not going to let some other guy come in here and take you away from me. Like, I am not having that. Astarion is my child, right? He's my little brother. So, yeah, I feel like there's that feeling of competition that he's kind of up for against Cazador.
He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful souls I could find. It was a fun little ritual of his. I'd bring them back, and he'd ask if I wanted to dine with him. And if I said yes, he'd serve me a dead, putrid rat. Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse.
Yeah, so that is definitely a tormentor, right? Like, manipulative, cruel. I don't feel like he's... even though he's starting to feel empathy, I don't feel like he's ready to start showing empathy. And I don't want to be mean, so I'm going to go with this middle option. Like, you're free now. Enjoy that freedom.
I will. But I won't take it for granted. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
You keep me safe, and I'll do the same.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Actually, yeah, that is all for now. I want to head out. So what I want to do actually is have a little switcheroo. I am going to group Will with Team Dirge, and Cordia is going to take Lae'zel, because I want some chatter between Dirge and Shadowheart. So what I'm going to do now is head out. I think we need to start clearing the road of goblins and trying to find this Halcyon and trying to find where all these absolutists are hanging out. So it's time to start exploring. Like I say, the refugees from the tieflings from Druid's Grove, they need to travel to Baldur's Gate, and if the road is full of goblins, then that's going to be really difficult for them. They're not trained fighters. So yeah, I think we have a duty to go and clear out the goblins, and we're gonna have a bit of a fighting episode. It should be quite fun. Follow me, guys. Let's head over to if we go to the map, we can go to Emerald Grove Environs. That's probably the closest waypoint. And then, do you guys remember that bridge that we saw? There was a bridge, and it was like a destroyed town, and there was like all bodies in the road. That's where we're heading. We want to go and check that place out. So we all know this is kind of, it seems to be like a little dialogue point, so I'm going to kind of go over here like this.
Do you think your kin search for you, Lae'zel?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
Sorry, guys.
They pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
A vain notion. I am one of many, and will not be a burden to my queen.
Okay, interesting. So, yeah, thinking that the Dragon Riders were looking for Lae'zel, but Lae'zel's like, you know, I'm just one bee in that hive. Like, they're not going to be that interested in me.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
Let's keep watching out for the dialogue here between these two, because I want them to be
Lae'zel,
friends.
how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
They seem to be getting along, right? They seem to be having a nice little chat. Shadowheart definitely seems to be sizing her up though, I would say. Let's have a look in here. There's a little bit of stuff that we can grab. I wish that I could take these chests, but I don't think I can actually pick them up. No, can't pick these up. Let's have a look in this one. A little bit of gold, beautiful. So, this is the place that I'm talking about here. Definitely seems to have had some kind of battle because there's adventurers and there's goblins. So I feel like maybe we should just kind of get about here and then sneak a little bit.
This calls for careful footwork.
And see what's going on. It looks kind of abandoned. Let's check out this dead tiefling over here.
Vermin on the rooftops.
Okay, so if I move in here, you can actually see there are goblins waiting in ambush around here. Now, if you want to, you can sneak up and surprise them. Being a female drow, I have a different plan because we learnt from the goblin that we freed.
Your sour face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
The banter between them, I love them so much. Like, they're so similar as well. That's the funny thing. Like, they have a lot of shared qualities, so I feel like they could get on, and that's my hope for them anyway. Yeah, because we learned from Saza that the boss of this absolutist is a female drow, I feel like there might be a way for us to scam our way into this place. Moonhaven, okay. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stand up. We're going to try and bluff this, guys, and I'm going to stride in here like I own the place. Now, this is not going to work with every single character. Depends what race you've chosen.
Have I been this way before?
But like I say, female drow.
Get over there! Surround him like!
I don't know if you can hear that dog barking in the background. I'm sorry, guys. She has authority. She is used to being in a position of authority. The Underdark, which is where the drow are from, it's a matriarchal society. She's from a noble family. She's used to people doing as they're told. She's used to giving orders. This is how she was raised. It's just that she's chosen a path of light, being, you know, a cleric of the goddess Illustory. But she knows how to play this role. Like, she's had that experience. I know you're there. Show yourselves.
You spotted us. Good. It's like they say. Wait. A drow. In the sun. Stand down. This one's got a touch of the absolute about her. Apologies, your lordship. Hard making you out from a distance.
Don't let it happen again.
Of course. Come and go as you like. Move it, lads, and show some respect.
So, they're not respecting us because they actually
what is it like
respect
on the
us.
astral plane? Your home realm intrigues me.
Githyanki lay their eggs on other planes. They cannot mature in the astral. I will only be welcomed once I obtain a Mind Flayer's head.
Hey, listen, if you want a Mind Flayer's head, we can just go back to the Crash Nautiloid. There's plenty there. Like, that's easy. Gale doesn't look like he's doing very well. He might need some magic soon, I think. We'll have a chat with him soon. I think he's going to be all right for a minute. Again, we don't really want to be showing weakness. We want to stride in here like we own the place.
Gale,
oh,
what is your interest in the astral plane?
Time. Or rather, the absence of it. In the astral plane, everything is eternal.
It will be my home soon enough, should Vlaakith will it.
Vlaakith this, Vlaakith that. She's worse than Shadowheart and Shah. Okay, so I can't even remember what I was going to say. Like, they don't respect us because, like, we have authority, like, we're good people. They respect us because the drow are scary. Okay, let's head back in here. Again, we're walking in like we own the place. Now, as soon as you actually do get in here...
With words, Gale. Perhaps oration suits you more than battle.
They're not mutually exclusive. The weave is served best with a dash of eloquence.
I love as well that she's showing him no empathy. He's there like gasping behind her and she's like, so Gale. All right, yeah, so there's a waypoint here. There's lots of buildings to explore. I don't know how far we're going to get necessarily in this episode, but what I want to do first with these guys, this chest you're also going to be interested in.
Battle is remarkable, as is your battle stance itself.
Jack, a technique known to few outside Kalir. Shall I teach you?
I would love that.
I'll pass, thank you. I prefer abjuration over acrobatics.
Abjuration, I think that's the class I picked for him, isn't it? The one that cancels things out. Like, that's why he's got Arcane Ward. Okay, so something's going on over here. Let's get a closer look.
What if this quest doesn't work out, Rizzard?
Oh.
What if your kin fail you?
If I can reach the creche, my kin will provide. Any failure will be mine alone.
If you say so. Just don't expect me to put all my eggs in the same basket.
That expression must sound curious for Githyanki here, given the way they're birthed.
Okay, all the eggs in one basket, yeah, because Githyanki lay eggs. They seem to really love this windmill. Let's go and speak to them.
What have we got here? Oh, stop this thing!
The goblin seems unsure whether to bow to you or attack.
What do you want? What do you need?
Again, we're bossing this. An explanation? Tell me what you're doing with that deep gnome at once. We're not very scary.
You are blessed, ain't ya? A true soul?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
So we've got a lot of options here. Again, we're acting like a drow, so this one seems like a good option. I don't have very good performance, but I'm gonna give it a go. I don't answer to the likes of you. Again, we're treating him the way he's expecting to be treated from a nasty pasty female drow. And we've got all the guidance on our team. Oh no, I hope the others don't need any. This is fine. This was easy. He's only a goblin. He's not that smart.
Pardon, madam. I didn't mean to doubt you. I know my place. Well, that's that. We'll be on our way. Do as you like with the pipsqueak.
The goblins slink backwards, afraid to take their eyes off you.
Stop. I have questions.
Ask the pipsqueak on the spinny tower. We're out of here. All right then.
Yeah, so what these guys have been doing was they've tied a poor deep gnome to the windmill and are spinning him round and round. I love as well that they don't know the word for windmill, like they call it a spinny tower, which again, goblins are low intelligence, so I just love that part of the way that this game is written. You know, the script writers for this game, that, you know, they've gone into little details like that that add a lot of character just through calling something by a different name. I think I'm going to raid everything. I think I'm going to check most of the barrels are kind of off camera. But I'm going to grab this sheep because we need camp supplies. You can just hear him in the background. He's like, stop this thing. Now, I would love to stop and have a chat with Gale, but I think we probably need to get this poor gnome off this thing because he's probably very, very dizzy by this point. Let's go and have a look over here. Nice little sculpture. There's a shield on the ground there if anyone wants to grab that.
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
We should keep moving.
Okay, so if you are playing as Shadowheart, there's actually a cutscene there, and if I have time, I'm going to go back and get it and put that in for you because I just think it's quite interesting. Just seeing that little cutscene from her perspective.
Your breath catches. The remains of the Selûne statue are defaced with Faerun markings. They must have raided this place long ago. You pause. A sharp, tingling sensation is spreading from your fingertips. The pain blurs your vision and ushers forth strange, half-familiar images. You kneeling upon cold flagstones in prayer. Your tongue trips over the holy words of Lady Shah, and the pain flares, your hand shying away from interrogating a captive enemy. The pain bites in punishment, you hiding from duties in a little alcove you call your own. But the pain finds you anyway. Finally, the sensation fades and takes the images with it. You stare at your hand, unblemished, as if nothing had happened.
Okay, so we have actually seen this before. When we were in the Owlbear Cave and we came across that kind of offering to Selûne, Shadowheart warned us not to take the stuff in the chest. She said it's trash. Anything that's offered to Selûne is not worth taking. We took it anyway, and the goddess Shah punished Shadowheart by kind of making her wound hurt. So we have seen that before, but we're gonna say, what just happened?
I don't know exactly. Lady Shah, protect me.
Because I've got draconic ancestry, I have this unique option here. Something stirs in your blood. Something magical. Tell me.
I saw something that reminded me of my faith. My mission. I felt something rise within me, like my blood was on fire. Then it passed. That's all I know. It's stopped now, whatever it is. Let's just carry on.
So I think what would have happened there as well is because Cuddy is so... Oh, Gale, are you okay? We'll chat to Gale as soon as we've got this gnome off the windmill. Again, Cuddy has a lot of concerns right now. She's concerned for Shadowheart because she's hurt. She's concerned for Gale because she can see that he's not doing well. She's concerned for this gnome. So she's got a lot of things kind of pulling on her attention. Full disclosure, I've actually recorded this video once, but I wasn't very happy with it. And I was talking to Gale, and you could see the gnome spinning on the background, and you could just hear him crying for help in the background as I'm having this casual conversation. So I think I'm going to save the gnome first this time. I feel bad leaving him up there.
Stop this thing!
Also, just so you're aware, there are two levers inside here. There is release brake lever and brake lever. Now we want the brake, we want to stop it. We don't want to release the brake because then it's going to spin faster and this poor gnome is going to go flying. I want to have a conversation with him, so I'm going to use the brake. So again, just be careful which one of those you choose. Alright, we can climb up this ladder. There's a little bit of stuff up here, but nothing majorly interesting, so I'll probably just go ahead and do that off camera. But if we go around here and talk to this gnome, poor guy, Barkus Root.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Cut me loose!
Now, he has a bit of an attitude problem right now, but this is a reoccurring character and he has a whole storyline. So we're going to free him. We're just going to go ahead and straightforward free him. She's a good person.
Ugh, Magacamara. Those pustulant thugs. Well, get on with it.
Get on with what?
I'm a deep gnome, you're a drow. You helped me, now you plan to enslave me.
That's not what I want. I'm going to say, because it's unique, you've only met Lolth's drow, it seems.
What then?
So again, Lolth is the evil drow goddess. I follow Illistery. I can't say her name right, guys. Don't come for me about that. I would rather know how you got caught.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
Well, I'm glad you're okay now, but you're a little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know.
I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
Okay, I am team Barkus. So Barkus is, he's a difficult character. He's not the most likable character, but his big redeeming quality is that he is a loyal friend. So he is out there risking life and limb because he's worried about his friend. So he's actually really, really sweet. This thing is all about being from the Underdark, and we should have known better. Like, that's discriminatory. We should know better because we're Drow, right? People are treating us the exact same way. Like, what are you doing on the surface, not in the Underdark? And it's like, listen, I'm from Baldur's Gate too. Gale is looking very rough, so I'm gonna go ahead and go up here because this is where I like to have this little chat. And we're gonna offer him a magic item again and see if he's ready for it now, because he does look like he's suffering a little bit.
What's on your mind? Apart from finding me an artifact to consume, which I assume you're pursuing with the appropriate urgency.
Like, he's saying that because he needs it now. I think I have a magical artifact you'd be interested in.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Give Gale a magic artifact. So we get a choice now. We can go through and look at everything that everybody's got and just give him, you know, whatever. I do plan to give him this ring of colour spray. I don't really use it, and him being a wizard, it is something that he could just learn himself anyway from a spell scroll if we find one. So yeah, I think that is probably something that I'm going to give him. There we go.
Thank you. That hit the spot. I can feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Your condition sounds unpleasant, to say the least.
Oh, it's not so bad once you get used to it. And, on the plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Don't mention it. I'm glad I could help.
My lady, I bow to your boundless kindness.
He's so gallant, you know. He's such a gentleman. All right, cool. Gale is looking all right. Shadowheart is looking okay. Have we lost Lae'zel? Where is she? Oh, she's just there. So one more thing I do want to check around the back of the windmill is this trapdoor, and this is where we're going to find the backpack that Barkus mentioned that he dropped and lost. So let's go down the hatch. Okay, there's a lot of clutter that we can pick up in here. I'm not going to go through everything on camera. I'll kind of do that off camera. But over here, there's a big heavy chest, and this has a magic item in, and we love magic items. And it's these speedy light feet boots. It says, when the wearer dashes or takes a similar action during combat, they gain 3 lightning charges, and it also gives a +1 to athletics. So I really love these boots. I would love to take these for myself, and I may actually swap them over and put them on myself later, but for now I have a reason to want to keep these Nightwalker boots on me a little bit longer. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is give these to Shadowheart for now, because she's a cleric, she can wear armor, and they look quite good actually, I think, with her with her armor. On another note as well, I've actually gone ahead and put everybody in their armor because this is a fighting episode. We're out here clearing goblins from the roads, so everybody is kind of looking a little bit tooled up. I've also changed a couple of the camp clothes. I'm going to do this from time to time. For example, Shadowheart is in her normal leathers, just to give everybody a little bit of an edge because we're doing something a bit edgy and fighting goblins. I don't know, I like to be themed to what we're doing. So you're going to see a lot of costume changes. So also over here you can find the backpack that you mentioned, this heavy backpack. It's not got a huge amount in. It does have some smoke powder, which is quite interesting because it does quite a lot of damage, so that might come in handy. We'll go ahead and take it, and we will take the backpack as well because I do like to give characters their own inventory. And that is it for now. I'm going to go back to the surface and then we'll switch to Dirge. Alright, so grabbing Dirge, I'm going to have them also head over to the bridge. Let's hope for dialogue between Will and maybe Karlach. That might be interesting.
A question for our master monster hunter. How would you approach killing a vampire?
A full-on vamp, you mean? Lure it into the sun, drive a stake through its heart. And that's not the end of it. The suckers are wily. And no offense.
None taken. Wiliness keeps me alive. More or less.
Love it. Wiliness keeps me alive, more or less. Let's head over to the bridge. Again, I want to keep an eye on them for dialogue.
Never quiet.
I was expecting Karlach and Will. Like, that's an interesting one with Astarion. How would you kill a vampire? What did he say? A full vampire?
Killed a few giant bats in my day, Astarion, but never hunted a vampire.
Just to remind you, I'm merely a spawn. It won't count. But if you want a true vampire, I'm happy to recommend one.
Yeah, we're going to go and find this Cazador because I don't want him tormenting my favourite problem child anymore. Right, so Dirge, Astarion and company are maybe not going to have the same approach when it comes to Moonhaven and all these goblins. They're a little bit more on the goblins are bad, let's do some murder side of things. But they're not going to go in the front entrance. They're actually going to go over here, kind of past the front entrance over to the side. And we'll kind of see
best thing ahead
where this leads us.
Lost.
Astarion, how is the rat diet going?
That's his trauma.
It may soon come to an end if you don't shut your mouth.
Did he just call Will a rat? No, he said, right, I thought he was calling Will a rat. No, he was saying, like, if you don't shut up, I'm going to stop eating rats and I'm going to eat you. That's what he was saying there. Oh my goodness, they're so funny. I love the dialogue between them all. All right.
As much love as I hold for Baldur's Gate, these frontiers delight me as much as any bustling street.
You can't be serious. This is a howling wasteland. I haven't even had a bath since the abduction. I must reek of illithid slime.
Sure, but think of the stories you'll be able to tell.
Dude, there's water everywhere. Just have a quick dip. It's fine. Just wash yourself off. Okay, some interesting blueprints and things over here, which may or may not have some relevance later on in this episode. But what I'm interested in right now is this this sleepy goblin boy over here, this bugbear. The bugbears are goblinoids, technically speaking, in D&D. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and maybe what have we got? A hunter's mark? No, but Astarion does, doesn't he? Let's go with yeah, let's have Astarion do this.
Time to kill.
We're gonna hunter's mark him. Again, this is not a friend, this is a foe. This is why he's red when we hover over him. If there's potential for friendship, they'll be yellow. But this is not a friend. And now that I've done hunter's mark, I'm gonna go ahead and one-shot him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bugbear. I'm sorry for what we did. I am not sorry. He would have done the same to us. Okay, let's creep over. He has lots of camp supplies as well. He's got some whalebone spiced. Just stand up. We don't need to creep right now. Some what's that? Chilton firewall and some Ithbank.
Let's see.
And some rotten eggs, which I'm just going to leave, actually. Also, there's this area over here. Let's go and have a peek and see if there's anything that we need to deal with over in this direction. Look at them all creeping. They're so funny. Yeah. Let's go over here. If the barns are rocking, don't come a knocking. Let me just light up these torches just so that we can dip if we need to. Okay. And yeah, let's inspect this barn. You don't have to do this, guys, but it's funny. So I want to show you this interaction.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then a low moan. Someone or something is having a bit of fun.
Okay, so if you are under 18, this is probably not the right moment in the game for you, so maybe skip forward a little bit. Open the door.
Let's leave them alone. I don't want to be invited to the wedding.
Oh my goodness, I wanted a Starian's cutscene there. Okay, I am gonna put in the clip of, because normally every single time that I've done this, a Starian has spoken. So I want you to see that interaction. So I'm gonna put that in now.
Wait, don't interrupt them. Let me do it. They sound disgusting.
And at this point, I would normally choose to let Astarion open the door.
What the hell are you doing?
They're so gross. I don't like them. They're so gross. Don't smile at me like that. Why are they smiling at each other? Oh my god, I've never let it get that far before. Look at Astarion in the background as well. And then Will looks absolutely appalled. Their reactions in this moment are everything. I am not going to say that I wanted to join in the fun because I don't like what they're doing. But I'm going to say apologies. I didn't mean to interrupt. Actually, do you know what? He's just going to go ahead and attack the couple. Like, we're not messing around here. This is dirge.
Yikes. Don't disturb a half-ogre in the making.
Oh, Will is still hidden. Interesting. So we can use him whenever we want to. So yeah, they, I don't know what they were up to, but there's a big stone here and this dead guy. And I am not supporting their kinks. I'm sorry. I don't mean to kink shame, but I don't think these are good people. We can reapply Hunter's Mark on butt hair. I can hide and maybe just creep over this way a little bit. And we'll get a sneak attack in on this big scary one over here. Critical miss. Astarion, why? Right, just hide over there for a second. It's fine. Oh my goodness. All right. End turn. Dirge. Let's try and do some damage here. Can I sneak attack? No. Oh, why are they not surprised? I am pretty sure I just surprised them. Maybe I can cross breath them both. Let's go over here. He is dead, right? I assume, yeah, mangled corpse, definitely dead. Let's use our frost breath on them. Didn't do a huge amount of damage, but I was hoping that it would do something. Okay, let's go ahead. Critical hit. Can I back up? No. Okay. I am gonna need Will to get in on this fight right now because this is not going my way entirely. Come on, Will, get over here. So we can actually get quite close. Do I want to get close? That is the question. I've got Scorching Ray, which does quite a decent amount of damage. I can also do Darkness. Which could give us a bit of an advantage here. That's an action, right? I'm just working out what to do. Sorry, guys. I think we're going to have to go in with Scorching Ray. Because we need to do a lot of damage. There we go. Oh, not enough though. It's not enough. I can try and hilt smash. No, I can't. Why isn't it letting me? Hilt smash. Why isn't it letting me hilt smash? What's going on with that? Pommel strike. Is it broken? Oh, it's not. He's saying it's not his turn. Oh no. Okay, end turn.
Get out!
Karlach, Karlach, come and save us. Help us, Karlach. She cannot get very close. Unfortunately, I can probably... Can I get up into combat range with this guy? Oh, I've got Hellcrawler. I remember Hellcrawler. I love it. Not enough space. Well, you're going to have enough space. Okay, so that does fire damage when I teleport to them. And then... I just think we start smashing. I think we lacerate. Okay, we did something. Okay. Do you know what I didn't do? I didn't level everybody up. What was I thinking? I should have leveled up first. Leave my big sister alone. No. Okay, Will. Let's do that pommel smash.
Let my enemies fall.
He missed. Will! Astarion, come on. Little brother, let's go. Sneak attack, we've got this.
Come on then.
Good job, Astarion. Great job. Okay, we can reapply Hunter's Mark. I think we just need to gang up on this guy though. So do I want to use Misty Step? No, I'm going to bonus action dash. And then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to jab him. You know, I lit those things so that we could dip, and then just I haven't actually done that.
I won't give in.
Okay, Dirge, can we finish this? He's got 8 hit points. Can I sneak attack? I can sneak attack. I don't know why. Maybe because he's threatened? That didn't finish him off. It's okay. We can offhand attack. Oh, I missed. Oh my god. Did I seriously miss? That means he's going to get a hit on us now. Rude. Straight up hit this guy. He's got 1 hit point. We can do this. There we go. So everybody can level up now. Again, I didn't want to do this at the beginning of the episode because Astarion was the only one that couldn't level up. So I wanted to do it as a group. And now we can. So let's just inspect these bodies a little bit. I don't really think they've got much good on them. I don't really think there's much of a reason to...
I'm feeling a bit parched and peckish.
Really? After that? That made you hungry?
Me too. Keep an eye out for any passing vagrants.
I'm afraid you'll have to content yourself with vagrant chickens.
Are we all good? Is that it? Okay. Yeah, no good stuff really here. I don't think there's anything under this rock or anything either. It's a bit grim. I'm gonna, again, totally kind of go over the place with a fine-tooth comb off camera. I just don't want to waste your time by doing it right now. Let's go up here, and this seems like a good place to level up. But before we do...
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
You're not doing well. But before we do, there's actually this roasted meat here with a very interesting looking dagger hanging out of it. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to get... I think we're going to get Astarion to try and get this out. Fingers crossed this works. I have broken it in the past.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Okay, Astarion has good sleight of hand, so let's hope this works. Carefully wriggle the dagger until it slides free. Look at all these advantages we've got. We've not got guidance right now, but fingers crossed we can do it anyway. It is quite high, it's 15. Oh yeah, easy peasy. Look at him go.
Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
Looks so pleased with himself. Good job, mate. Let's go ahead. I think I want to give that to Dirge. I think I have a different plan for Astarion. So Dirge, let's have that as... let's have that as your offhand weapon. There we go. Slightly better than what you had before. And it's time to level up. So I am quite excited. Let's start with Cordia. Alright, so I did only want 1 point of Cleric. All my other points up to level 12 are going to go into Sorcerer. Well, it'll be level 11 of Sorcerer because I took that 1 point of Cleric. But yeah, we get some really good spells at high levels. So right now I'm going to level up in Sorcerer and I'm going to take... I think I'm going to take See Invisibility because it's a very, very useful spell. And I am going to go for what I've been waiting for with my sorcerer magic is Quicken spell. Now this means that I can cast spells as a bonus action just by spending sorcery points. So rather than just like most of my really big impactful spells, which again is really good in late game because you get some really heavy hitting spells, instead of just doing it once as an action or even with twin spell as like doing it twice at the same time, I can also do another heavy hitter spell as a bonus action. I'm explaining that badly, but trust me guys, when you get to this point, Quicken spell is really good. I can also replace spell, and it is important to do this with your sorcerers because they can't just change spells whenever they want like wizards can. And I think what you want to do, if I just go to what I've got, I'm going to get rid of Enhanced Leap because it's much, much better, I think, to go for Misty Step. Now, my boots currently do give me Misty Step, but if I want to change out my boots at any point, I don't want to lose that. So Misty Step is a very, very useful spell, and I use it all the time. There's some other great spells here, but again, I'm going a little bit thematic. So things like Invisibility, Scorching Ray. Now, you can see that I've used things like Scorching Ray on Will. So we are using them. We're just using different things with different characters. And as a utility spell, Misty Step can get your sorcerers out of a huge amount of trouble. Sorcerers, wizards, anyone who's like, you know, easily hit, like it keeps them safe. So confirm. Okay, time for my wife, Shadowheart. Again, I am just straightforward leveling Shadowheart up as a cleric because again you get some great higher level spells. I think I'm going to give her Thaumaturgy, which works a little bit like Friends, where it gives us advantage in kind of conversational checks, but this gives us an advantage on intimidation checks. I don't think it gives advantage. Yeah, it does gain advantage on intimidation checks and performance checks as well, so that is really, really useful. Now again, depending on your character, depending on how you choose to roleplay, depends on which of these cantrips are going to be most useful for you. I like Friends for Cordia because she's all about persuasion and being kind and friendly to people. If you're using something like a barbarian who wants to intimidate people, then Thaumaturgy is much, much better. So I am not too bothered about any of these. Blade Ward could potentially be quite useful, and you know, depending on other aspects, you do want light spells going into level 2, so that could be useful, but I've got different plans for that. Level 2, Act 2. So yeah, I'm happy with Thaumaturgy. Prepare spells, I'm going to get rid of Cure Wounds. Now there's things like Prayer of Healing, which heals all your allies, and that is useful. There's actually several useful spells here. Whole Person can also be very useful, but I think I'm going to go for Silence. Create a soundproof sphere, all within it are silenced and immune to thunder damage. So that could be very, very useful because I'm planning on using some thunder damage mechanics as we progress through the game, so that's going to protect us from that. And also it actually means that spellcasters can't use a lot of their spells because when you cast a spell, it has a verbal component for most spells, so yeah, it kind of stops them being able to use that ability. So I think I'm going to go for that. I'm sorry guys, I over-explain, I know I do. Also, if I kind of scroll down here, I think the feat that I want to take for Shadowheart is going to be, because I want to go for spell-themed things for her, I think I'm going to go for Warcaster. Now, I know through playing through this game before that Shadowheart has several concentration spells that I like to use, and this gives me advantage to saving throws to maintain my concentration. So if I was going to use a protection spell and I broke my concentration, then that spell would be gone. So again, I'm over explaining. Also, as an added bonus, it means I can use my reaction to cast Shocking Grasp if someone moves out of my melee range. So again, that could be very, very useful. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that. Hey, Lee Wizard of Waterdeep, Gale. Let's level him up as a wizard. Again, just straightforward leveling with this guy. As a cantrip, I think what I want to take right now is Shocking Grasp, which is the one that I just gave to Shadowheart as well. And then for spells, again, probably See Invisibility is going to be useful. And I think I might take, there's so many useful spells, but the best thing about Gale is once he's learnt them, once he's unlocked them, he can switch out at any time. So you don't have to be too picky with Gale. I think I might take Cloud of Daggers though, which is great because it hurts anyone who goes inside it. And I believe it hurts at the start of the turn and the end of the turn, if a person starts their turn inside it or leaves it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm explaining badly. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but it is a useful spell, so we'll take that. We can also prepare spells. So again, even though we just got them, we actually have to go ahead and prepare them with Gale. So I'm going to get Cloud of Daggers for now, and I'm just going to pretty much leave all that as it is. And then if we go to our feats, and what I'm going to go for him is another spellcaster feat. So where I gave Warcaster to Shadowheart, I think I'm going to give Spell Sniper to Gale, which says you learn a cantrip and the number you need to roll a critical hit with spells is reduced by 1. So we're more likely to do more damage, because if you roll a critical hit, you basically do double damage. This effect can stack. And I also get to get another cantrip, and I'm going to go with Bone Chill, because this is the one that stops them being able to regenerate. If you're against a character with a lot of hit points and they're constantly regenerating, it can be quite a long, hard fight. So again, very useful to pick up. Lae'zel. So I actually want to get to level 5 of fighter, even though I want to give her like 1 level of monk to get her that kind of punching ability, because again, monks are kind of a thing for Githyanki, so I like the idea of multi-classing her as fighter monk. But at level 5 we get a second attack, so we actually get 2 attack slots rather than the kind of the one with the heart that you press and you can only use it kind of once per short rest or long rest, I can't remember. This means that every time we attack we get 2 attacks, so really, really useful. So for now I'm just going to go with level 4 and I'm just going to take a feat. And what I want to do with Lae'zel is go for Great Weapon Master. Now this says when you land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee weapon attack, and again she is a melee fighter, you can make another melee attack as a bonus action on your turn. So potentially, like when we level up to level 5, we could take like 4 hits with our main hand weapon attack, which is a lot, because we'd have our action, our second action, our extra action, and our bonus action potentially. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to take that. You also have this thing where you can trade off kind of some damage at the cost of an attack roll. I don't like to use that. I normally turn that off, which is this thing here. But yeah, just letting you know that that's something as well. Okay, Dirge. So when I was leveling up Astarion, because Astarion is also a rogue, I did give him Thief, and this is why he has that second bonus action, which is great because that means he can bite people. With Dirge, I want to go a different route, and I'm going to go with Assassin. Now I've tried and tested this a little bit because I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do with him, but there's some really nice mechanics with Dirge right now. So if we go for Assassin, this is great. It means that we get initiative But we always get initiative, but this gives us an assassinate initiative, which means that we are deadliest against unprepared enemies. In combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet. So if we roll high on initiative, anyone who's not taken a turn, we have advantage against. So that means we can use sneak attack on anyone as long as we're higher up on that initiative order. Furthermore, as long as we don't have disadvantage as well. It means we're more likely to use sneak attack, which does a lot of damage. Also, we have ambush, right? Which means that any successful attack roll against a surprise creature is a critical hit. So if we start initiative and surprise people, which means that they lose a turn, we can really do a lot of damage before anyone else has even taken a go. On top of that, we get Assassin's Clarity, which says, quick as an alley cat in a rain-dark city, you immediately restore your action and bonus action at the start of combat. So the way this is going to work, and you're going to see me doing this soon, is I can sneak up, I can hide and sneak up and use sneak attack on someone. And if I critical hit them, what does it say? If I don't know, there's just so much mechanics. It's to do with my cloak as well, because if a critical hit, I can go invisible with my cloak, which means that they can't see me, which means that I have advantage, which means I can do sneak attack again. It's a whole thing. Like, if you want to play Assassin Dirge, definitely go rogue and definitely take Assassin. It's really fun gameplay. Again, you're going to see me doing this. I'm just going to stop explaining. I'm just going to show you. Alright, so Astarion gets a feat at this point. Do I want to do this? No. What I'm going to do with Astarion right now, if I was to level him up to level 4, I'd probably go for Alert, because it gives him, again, advantage on initiative, which I also really want to give to Dirge, because again, the higher he is in like initiative order, like the more people he has advantage against. But I'm not going to do that yet. What I'm going to do for Astarion right now is give him 1 point of Bard. Now the problem with this is that it actually changes his primary ability to charisma until I give him another point of something else. But I think it's going to be worth doing. I think it's going to be fun. So we can always go back to rogue, and that's going to reset his ability back to dexterity, which is his strong point. But I think it's going to be fun to give him one point of Bard, because it's going to give him some really interesting spells that I really think suit his character, and I just want to do it, guys. I just want to do it. It's weird that he doesn't have more charisma, I think, because he is very persuasive. I may respec him. I don't know. I might do that off camera. Okay, so what I want to give him, and this is so good, we're going to give him Vicious Mockery. So basically this is like you deal damage by firing off insults, and it's just fun for Astarion to have this. It also, when you use it, it gives them disadvantage on attack rolls. So if he starts combat with an epic put down, like everybody's like so shocked and hurt, and like they're dealing with, you know, questioning everything about themselves, it gives them a disadvantage so Dirge can do his thing. Also, what else do I want to do? I'm also going to take Friends. It gives us advantage on charisma checks. You've seen me use this with Cordia a lot. In Act 2, there are several situations where I might have Astarion take the lead in dialogue checks, so that's going to come in handy later. That's going to be like a long-term thing. For spells, again, we get some really fun stuff. I am probably going to take Bane, which gives up to 3 creatures a 1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. That's going to be handy, but that's not the main thing I'm after. What I am after is Dissonant Whispers. Frighten a creature, they have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and they cannot move, and it also does up to 18 damage. So again, this is just basically like shit talking people and getting into their minds, which I love for Astarion. Another fun one that's specific to bards. Again, I like getting diversity. I don't want to give everybody the same spells, so I wanted to show this to you all. We can also do Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which is such a classic D&D spell, and this leaves a creature prone with laughter without the ability to get up. If a creature is prone, it means that they can't move, they can't take actions, they can't take bonus actions, reactions, and they have disadvantage on strength and dexterity saving throws. So I could make them fall over laughing and then hit them with an arrow, right? And they're not going to be able to do anything about it. They also, when they get up on their turn, they use half their movement speed. So if I'm ranged, they're not going to get close to me. So yeah, really, really interesting. Good to use on melee fighter enemies, right? Because you don't want them to get close. All right, the other thing that I might do, and there's so many good ones, I kind of like the idea of giving him Longstrider. But I think I want to go, again, I'm getting this thing about invisibility. I don't like it when enemies go invisible, and it happens quite a lot in Act 2 and 3. So I might go with Fairy Fire, just in preparation for that, just because I know that I hate that so much. And his starting instrument, I really think he suits a violin, so I'm going to go with that for him. His abilities, I think about this, I would love to give him something like Deception or Persuasion, but it's just not an option. I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick with Intimidation. Like all the ones that I want to give him, I can't. Athletics maybe, Stay Fit, Perform, helps you shove and resist being shoved. Arcana might be good, Insight might be good. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go with Insight instead of Intimidation. I think that might be more useful. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you would have chosen something different there. But that's what I'm doing with Astarion. Again, don't worry too much. This is only until we level up again, and then we can switch back to Rogue and that Dexterity. All right, Karlach. I really want to level her up as a barbarian because at level 3 we get some really interesting stuff, but at this point I'm so tempted to get her the action surge because you've seen me use it with Karlach. You know how useful this is, and she is one of my heaviest melee fighters, my heaviest hitters, and I think that's just going to do us a huge amount of good at this stage. So I'm going to take that for now. Yeah, I'm trying to click on it like I'm picking it. So I'm going to take that for now, and then we may respec and choose Barbarian. I don't know. It's one of those where it's like, oh, how do I want to do this? What order should I do this in? So Fighter for the time being. Also, Fighter uses Strength as its primary ability, so we're good on that front. And last but certainly not least is William. And what I want to do with Will right now, again, I'm going to do something a little bit funky. I am going to have him be a paladin. This could be really interesting. I am going to have him take Oath of the Ancients. I did toy with the idea of taking Oath of Devotion. I'm not using Oath of Vengeance because that is going to be the realm of another character later on in the game. Oath of Devotion, I like the idea of it, but in the end I chose Oath of the Ancients because it says you fight on the side of light in the cosmic struggle against darkness to preserve the sanctity of life and the beauty of nature. And then if you read the tenets, because it's like they swear an oath, right? So these are the tenets that you have to live by. Kindle the light through acts of kindness, and he's a very kind person, enkindle the light of hope in the bleakest hollows of despair. So again, being a light in the darkness, I think really suits him. Being someone who's gone through a lot of trials. Shelter, and it, like the way he was playing with those kids in the Druid's Grove and teaching them and training them, he was so sweet. It just suits him, I think. And then Shelter the light, where love blooms, stand against the devilry that would snip it at its stem. So the mention of devilry, right? He's fighting devils, so it suits him. And then also preserve your own light. Delight in the culture and the small joys to preserve the light in your own heart. So I think it's really nice. I think it's really sweet for him. Also the idea of like the ancients. So Will has... Will's story, without giving too much away, he does have a history aspect to his story, and kind of like tales of old, a little bit like how he was talking about learning nursery rhymes when we met the devil, right? So again, the idea of like ancients and ancient stories, I think suits him really well. And also this idea of, because I'm going with like a fire theme for him, I've got this idea in my head about fire being a source of light, right? If you think about olden times, in like medieval times, like light would come from candles, right? Or light would come from the sun. So light associated with fire works in my mind. So for example, the god Lathander is a god associated with light and fire. So yeah, I like it as a theme. Let me know what you think, guys. I am excited to experiment with this. I think this could give us some really interesting dialogue and story with Will. And he's its own mouthpiece, right? He's always talking about the Blade of Frontiers and things like this. So this kind of bombastic personality and storytelling and being his own spokesperson, I just think Paladin suits him. Okay, I look really pink today. Do you think I look quite pink? I'm quite warm. What I want to do as well, I'm going to actually switch out Lae'zel and Will. I'm going to regroup them like this. Yeah, and then Dirge is going to have Lae'zel. And I think we're going to have to probably short rest a little bit because everybody's looking a little bit rough around the edges.
Time to get going.
That should be good. Everybody's looking good and strong again. So let's get back on with our hunting.
Moving
again, all these crates and things, I'm just going to go back and get stuff off camera. There's nothing too interesting in any of them. Here she comes. Oh, I love her so much. Big sister, hi. Let's keep moving forward.
But give me so much as a hungry look, and I'll drive a stake through your heart.
I do so very like spicy food.
Like, he likes it. Astarion is a bit kinky. He likes, I don't know, he likes it a bit rough, I think. Okay, what I want to do now is I am gonna start crouching, and we're gonna see this in action. We're gonna see. Again, Dirge's team, they are not interested in befriending these goblins. They're not interested in anything except for clearing the roads and, you know, having a reason to go out and mess up a few goblins. So I'm going to test out some of these new skills. So if I go ahead and sneak attack this poor little 7 hit point goblin tracker. I can't believe I missed. Are you kidding me? Well, that didn't go according to plan.
Gonna add your ears to my collection once you're dead.
Sad times. Because the whole point is that he's meant to go high in the initiative order. I've done this fight so many times and I don't know what it is. It always goes badly when I'm on camera. It's always like I roll badly when I'm recording. I could do this fight 100 times and it goes so much better and I'm so sneaky and it's so great and I'm so excited to show you all. And then as soon as I do it on camera, it's like I roll low on everything and I just do really badly and embarrass myself. I am actually quite strategic, guys. You just don't see it because I don't know. Okay, can I sneak attack this guy? It says I need advantage. Well, what if I hide and you can't see me? No, someone saw him. Okay, go over here and try hiding again. There we go. What? Why can't I hide? Well, I just messed up my 2 bonus actions. See what I mean, guys? Oh, maybe I should vicious mockery him. I don't know. Let's go ahead and just do a ranged attack straight up. I don't know why I'm trying to be fancy, because that works for Astarion. Okay, go back. Astarion, go back over here and just kind of like hide in this little corner here. Fine.
Blood comes easy these days.
Okay. Why did we get surprised? Why did they surprise us? Illegal maneuvers. Am I able to hit this guy from here? Can I get a bit closer?
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Okay, sneak attack ranged. No, I need advantage. Why don't I have advantage? I should have advantage. Can I hide?
That's a friendly looking
I can hide. Now do I have advantage? Oh my goodness. I am not a happy bunny right now. Okay, let's just shoot him. Not enough movement? What do you mean not enough movement? Are you kidding me right now? I am grumpy. I am extremely grumpy. Path is interrupted. Oh, can I get that guy? Can't have disadvantage. That's because he's got the height on me, isn't it? Target's too far. Can I ice knife, or is it going to say I can't hit him? That's fine. I'm just going to continue to hide. I'm just going to miss my turn and hide. Whatever. Can he see me? He's coming down. That's actually good. He's used his action to come down. Good, because I want him in range. Perfect. Okay, Lae'zel. We're so far away from everything. Again, this is not going how I wanted it to go at all. I really wish I could redo this, but I'd have to redo the whole thing because it's been so long since I last saved.
My path be true.
Okay, can I get him from here? Let's just try. Almost. He only has one hit point left, which is annoying because if I'd have used one of my toxins, I would have got him. He was so grumpy. Do you know what? Just action surge. No, don't action surge. Save your action surge. It's fine. Just stand there, Lae'zel. It's fine.
It's go time.
Oh, right. Can we get over here?
I've got it.
And can we do anything? We've got a Hellcrawler. Let's use a Hellcrawler and just bamf. What do you mean not enough movement? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, it's really annoying me. Why don't I have enough movement? So annoyed. I'm so annoyed right now. I guess we'll use an arrow. Not enough movement. Why is it saying not enough movement? Okay, do you know what? Fine. Use your action to dash. And then we're going to use Hellcrawler. And at least we're in melee with them. And we took that one out, so... Do you know what? I'm so annoyed. I'm so tempted to action surge right now. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. Historian. Get out of here. It's annoying because I'm in initiative and I'm not actually near anyone that I want to be near. Yes. Come over here. Use your cunning action to dash. And then how do I get up on this roof? Dash again. Use all your action just to try and get around here, Astarion. Okay. At least we're in range for the next go, because these guys are up here on this roof. It's okay, it's okay. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed that we all got seen and we couldn't be sneaky. Because I wanted to show you dirt. I'm so annoyed that we missed. If we'd have hit, we would have been fine on that initial roll. Right, okay. Dude. You hurt my Karlach. Prepare to die. I don't even need to sneak attack this guy, but I am. Okay, now I'm invisible. So this is what I was trying to do. So now that I've got invisible, I could potentially sneak attack them, right? I'm gonna have to jump. Can I jump? Gives me... Path is interrupted. Well, come here then. Okay. So, like, imagine that first one had hit and I'd gone invisible. I could just sneak around, sneaking up on people. But it didn't work out that way. I rolled poorly. And that is sometimes how it works with D&D. Okay, I need to also get up there with Karlach. Come on, Karlach. Get up this ladder. I could have positioned people better, honestly, in the first place. How many hit points do they have? 7. Just hit them. Okay. Karlach redeeming herself. And then range attack. There we go. 6 hit points. We're fine.
I am fury. I am death.
Lae'zel is really good at jumping, actually. Can we jump up here? We can. Great job. And then we can just go
bow. Or you.
Oh, that was harder than it should have been. I am upset right now. This invisibility is also going to wear off. But what I can do, where's that goblin that hangs around over there? Nowhere to be seen right now. I am angry and I want to go goblin hunting a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and let's long rest, a short rest even.
Feeling fresh.
And we're going to do a similar thing here. I'm going to have everybody hide. And we're going to try this technique again.
Nothing here, boss. Look, don't talk.
Let's see if we can get this guy. We've got advantage 84%, 15 hit points. Path is interrupted. Ooh, they're moving, they're moving.
Free for the taking.
I missed again. Why am I missing? Why is that happening? Oh, try again. Again, so even though we missed, we've rolled high on initiative and we've got our action at the start of our turn. So that is from the assassinate feature. Try again. Okay, not too bad. I'm actually just going to hide and we're going to move away so that he doesn't know where we've gone. Oh, some of the others are realizing that something's happening right now. But we should be hidden right now, right? Are we hiding? We're hiding. Okay, that's fine. Okay, nobody else is in initiative yet. So as a Starian, I can also go ahead and sneak attack again. I don't have advantage. That's fine. He's only got 3 hit points, 85% chance of hitting. Let's try. Yeah, they're out. Okay. So nobody knows where we are. Astarion is not currently in initiative. Which means I might be able to start picking off these guys. Let me go over here.
Step carefully.
So this is where Dirge was. This is where the enemy thinks Dirge is. But he's actually up here. Okay, let's try again.
Nice and easy.
Perfect. And that's the same thing as this light as well. That's where the enemies are coming to. Or trying to come to. Oh, you okay, Dirge? What are you doing? Let's try it with Dirge again.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
This guy looks a little bit stuck. Here we go. Advantage. Perfect. Good job, everybody. Okay, let's go back over here. And we're going to climb back down. We will start exploring all these rooms. How did you all get down? Did you all drop down? That injures you. What are you even doing?
Despite everything.
Oh my goodness.
They should all
Sometimes they just have no common sense. Okay, everybody come here. Stop sneaking. Just come here.
Attention.
Here we go. Here's Lae'zel. Where are Astarion and Karlach?
What's the story?
What are you doing? She fell down. Of course she did.
Watch your back.
Astarion, what are you doing? Jump over there. Don't fall. Go down. So now everybody's coming back up. Why? Why is this a thing? Everybody down the ladder. Alright, I'm probably going to cut that out. I don't know. Okay, so there is one more person I want to attack over here. So let's go ahead and be a bit sneaky. And let's see if we can get this guy out.
What do we have here?
Oh my god, why do I keep missing? What is happening right now? What is happening? It's fine. I still have advantage, I think. And we're invisible, so let's run away. Let's just run over here. Okay, I may have drawn a little bit of attention.
All's well that ends.
Is everything okay? We're not in combat, are we? No, we're fine. So what I want to show you guys is there's a chest here right in the centre of town. And if we get a Astarion over here to come and lockpick this chest. So I got away with that because I turned invisible, basically. Because someone else was noticing what was happening. Yeah, so if we go ahead and lockpick this chest that's in the centre of town, there's an interesting item that I can show you in here. Easy peasy. We've got guidance back from Lae'zel. And I rolled a 6. No, we did it because he's got so many bonuses. Here we go. So there's this haste helm. Smooth start. At the start of combat, the wearer gains momentum for 3 turns. And momentum is basically increased movement speed. Being a melee fighter and being such a heavy hitter, I really like Karlach or Lae'zel or someone like this to have this, because with all those action surges that they get and all those turns to hit with that really, really heavy main hand attack, they hit hard and they can hit often. So being able to get from one enemy to another enemy to another enemy is really, really useful. But it looks silly. Now I'm going to show you something now, and not everybody is going to realize that you can do this. So similar to how I was explaining in the other episode that you can flick between camp clothes and your armor at any point by doing this. If I put a really stupid looking hat on someone, and I used to have this on Astarion. When the first time I did a playthrough, I had this on Astarion, and my kid was so upset because he has that stupid hair at the back. But let me show you something. So if I put this on Karlach, and I go up here and I hover, there's this show helmet option. So you can actually toggle off the visibility of the stupid helmets, because a lot of the helmets are really daft looking. And when you're in dialogue with someone and they're wearing something that covers the face, you don't get their expressions. So there's an option to hide during dialogue checks, which is useful if you want to have it during combat but not on when they're in dialogue, or you can just go ahead and hide the helmet completely. So if you've got something that looks kind of goofy, you can hide it and still get the perks and the benefits from it. I didn't realize that was the thing till very recently, so there you go, that tip is on me. Okay, I think I'm just going to hold here with Dirge and everybody for a minute, and I'm going to flick back to Cordia, Shadowheart, Gale, and now Will. And I'm going to have Shadowheart lead this charge for a second. And we're going to go around here. I'm going to sneak because there are some interesting characters in this building here. So when we get close enough, I'm just going to toggle hide. And there's this hopscotch on the floor, so I just want to go and have a little look at this.
Looks familiar. Did I play this once? Long ago?
Interesting. Did she play this once? If we look over here on this wall as well, there's this missing poster.
Missing children. Maggie Terrans, Marcus Terrans, Mathan Deach, Rochelle Kirk.
Okay, so 4 missing children. Now at this point I want to show you something that we picked up a while back, and it's this Selûnite rite. So if I open this, it says, this tome describes the ancient initiation rites observed by some who worship the moon goddess Selûne. And we know there's Selûne worshippers in the area because we saw that, that big statue in the Owlbear Cave. When a youngster comes of age, they would be left to fend for themselves deep in the wilds. There, they would show their skills of navigation and self-reliance, as well as their determination to return to the Moon Maiden's silvery glow. Once they found their way back to their people, their faith and standing as a follower of Selûne would be beyond any doubt. So, it's interesting because there's some indication that some of this is familiar to Shadowheart. So whether Shadowheart was originally from Moonhaven, that is an interesting theory. But yeah, it makes sense that maybe these missing children were out doing that right and they never came back. Maybe because of all the goblins like lurking around in the woods. Okay, I want to just get out the way, quite honestly. Let's have them go back over here.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Because there is, I don't know if you can see what is in there, but it's not good. So I'm going to get back to Team Dirge. Now, I can do this with any team, but I like to do this fight
light on my feet
with a vantage point. I don't like to do this fight melee, if I can help it. Actually, having said that, yeah, let's go up to the rooftop for this. Now, you can actually go in and talk to these people. I might put in a little bit of dialogue with them so you can see what that goes like.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show us the brand of the absolute.
You're quite eloquent for an ogre.
Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
Okay, so we need to lie, otherwise he's going to fight us, right? So we need to say, I'll do you one better. I am one of the Absolute's chosen disciples. Again, Cody's not inclined to lie, but in this situation it seems like, you know, we're bluffing our way through this place.
Indeed. How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored. Food? Food. Not food. Friend.
I love that they use the friend not food meme. Well, I noticed that you don't bear a brand of your own.
I've no use for the Absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only. Gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk.
Forget goblins. You should be fighting for me.
I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
1,000 gold. After, oh actually, I'll pay you in the flesh of the fallen. You'll have your fill. Obviously, Courier would never actually do this. I'm just doing this to kind of show you what happens if you take an alternative route. And we've done it, look at that. That was a high roll as well, difficulty class of 20.
A brilliant notion, and a boon to my aching belly. We have a deal, my tasty kibble. Take my bone horn. One blow, and the ground will quake with my family name. Use it when the need arises, and never a moment before. Ogre kill everyone around, then Ogre eats them. Well spoken, indeed. Ogre kill everyone around.
So I don't really trust their deal because does that include us? Are we part of that everyone? So I guess you blow the horn and you just get out of there. I don't know. I've tried to use it and they said that the battle wasn't hard enough and there wasn't enough people and they got mad at me basically. I've seen few other ogres in these parts.
We follow the sense of blood and gold to all lands fertile, friend. And this land proves particularly fruitful. We will keep close. When you are ready, Sound the horn.
But they have something that I want, quite frankly, and I don't want to have to wait for it. So they are bad as well. They're not nice. Again, you can see that from the dialogue if you talk to them.
Ogre kill everyone around, then Ogre eats them. Well spoken, indeed. Ogre kill everyone around.
Yeah, they have something I want, so I'm gonna go straight ahead. I don't need the help. What I do need is to mess them up. Quite frankly, let me put True Strike on this guy. Lump the Enlightened. I am in initiative. That is fine. I've got True Strike. I've got Sneak Attack. It says I've got disadvantage. I don't think I have disadvantage. Let me just. Can I hide?
Out of sight.
I can hide. Does that give me advantage? Why does it say I've got disadvantage? Didn't I put True Strike on him? I did. And I'm hidden. I should have advantage. What is going on in this thing? Okay, just... Can I get him? I can get him. Okay, I'm gonna go with Sneak Attack on this guy. Crit. I critical hit him. Okay, I'm gonna go and hide behind this wall.
Can't slow down.
Okay, and now the thing about sneaking up is nobody else is in initiative yet, so I get the jump on everybody basically. So I can have a Astarion come up and possibly also critical hit. Not critical hit, sorry. I can have a Astarion also come up and sneak attack like this. 99% chance of hitting, let's go. I should have applied Hunter's Mark and I didn't, so I'm upset with myself about that. But we still have Karlach. So Karlach, can you also come up and shoot an arrow at this guy? Great job. And Lae'zel.
Ready for anything.
So same with Lae'zel. I'm just going to have her come up and... Actually, do you know what I want to do with Lae'zel? Before I get into combat, I want to use Astral Knowledge. And I want to use Dexterity. Oh, and that put me in combat. That's really annoying. Okay, that's fine. So Dirge and turn. They're surprised that they don't actually take their turn, which is great. What I'm going to do with Astarion, I might do Bardic Inspiration, because I can do that now that I'm a bard, and I might put that on Dirge. And then I'm going to go ahead and reapply my Hunter's Mark onto Lump the Enlightened. And I'm going to get behind this wall. Just as a bit of cover, because they do throw damage. Just a fair warning.
Watch this.
Okay. Karlach then. There's quite a bit she can do. I'm going to get her to recover those hit points with Second Wind. I can use Hellcrawler again, but I don't want to. While we've got the surprise on them, I'm going to do as much damage as I possibly can in this first round. So I'm going to use my action surge and I'm going to fire another arrow at this guy. And I missed, of course I missed. Let's go and hide over here. Beautiful. Okay, Lae'zel. So again, we're just keeping on firing at this guy. He has got a Hunter's Mark and True Strike applied to him, so I might just use my Wyvern Toxin and just hit this guy with an arrow. Good job, Lae'zel. Go and hide over here. I have got action surge actually, so yeah, do you know what? Let's go again. Can I get this guy as well with the Wyvern Poison?
This is your end.
Yay! This is going better. Fingers crossed it keeps going well for us. They should skip their turn and they're taking damage because of the poison. Okay. Let's go ahead and I now have advantage on my sneak attack on Lump the Enlightened, so I do want to use that on him. What's this? Bardic roll. Oh my, yeah, cool. Let's go. Only 8 damage? Dude. Sir. But I'm going to go with this technique of the assassinate technique where I hide and hopefully they don't know where I've gone. And that's going to give me advantage on my next go, which gives me sneak attack. Okay, they're on the move, they're going, they're quite slow. And he's used his action to dash, so that's the only thing that he's done on that turn. Okay, sneak attack. He only has 1 hit point left. Okay, we're gonna have to move a bit closer, Astarion. Okay, we can't sneak attack. I'm just gonna try and take Chock out. Beautiful. And then we're gonna hide, and we're gonna, well, hide and hide.
Time for a new.
Okay, cool. Karlach. We can go for Lump the Enlightened. This guy is starting to come out though. I think I'm gonna go for him. I think I'm gonna get Karlach into melee at this point. I'm gonna have her teleport to do the Hellcrawler, which is gonna do the fire damage. And we're just gonna start hitting. I'm gonna use Lacerate to make him bleed. Okay. Stand your ground. She's gonna be fine. Lae'zel as well. I'm gonna do I want to do the same thing and get her into initiative with this guy, into combat with this guy? Possibly? Can I jump down there? Not enough movement. I thought you said I could. Path is interrupted. 3 hit points prone. We'll take the damage. Let's go.
Position.
It's fine. I want to be in melee with them. Let's lacerate. She did a lot of damage. That was great. They're going to be fine. They've got this. Okay, where's he going? Oh no! Oh! He missed. Alright. So again, hopefully I've got advantage. Have I still got True Strike? I don't have True Strike. That's okay. We've got advantage on our sneak attack, so let's go.
You've made a grave mistake.
Okay. 17 damage. He can't have many hit points left. 30. Okay, that is quite a few, to be fair. Again, hide.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
Hide and hide. Hide and hide is the technique with these guys. Again, you can do this entirely from the roof and just keep range. Like, keep moving away from them every time they move. But watch out for the throw attack. We're okay. We're not too bad. Can we get a sneak attack on him? We can. 98% with Hunter's Mark. Oh no. Yep, just about. Just about. Sorry that the angles are awful. 13 damage with that one. Okay. He's got 18 damage left. I don't want Astarion to get close yet. So I'm going to hide. Yeah, we're going to keep with that technique. Karlach. Look at her laughing. I could use this, but it takes my action and my bonus action. And I've actually got Flurry of Blows as my bonus action, which does probably more damage to have the two separated than combined. And then I can still take my action to go ahead and just attack him like this. Oh, he missed! How can they dodge so well? They're so big.
Victory awaits.
Okay, Lae'zel, can we do something to this guy? Can we pommel strike him? That was a critical hit. I did 14 damage on a pommel strike, guys. That is a 1 to 4 damage, and we did so much damage. I don't know what just happened there, but that was great. And so yeah, I reckon we can take him out because he's now threatened. I just realized that I've got that thing toggled and I don't want that toggled. That's why we did so much damage though. That's what it was. Maybe I do want that toggled. I don't know. Right, stop making your way in, Lae'zel. We're gonna take this guy out soon. Oh, he's really going for Karlach, isn't he? He does not like Karlach. Well, don't you attack my friends, sir. Can I actually get an angle on him here? Path is interrupted. Oh, I can?
Try me.
Sneak attack, let's go. Okay, that was decent. That was all right. I reckon we've got him on this round. Good. Astarion. So if I move around him, like I might be able to find a path. There we go, right on his foot.
Break them.
There's lots of like holes in the roof and things. We did it! We've done it! Yay! Hunt complete. Okay, great job. I am just gonna have these lot hang out up here, I think. Where's Lizelle going? What is she doing? Here she is. Yeah, I'm gonna have them hang out up here, and I'm gonna grab Shadowheart again, and I want Shadowheart to take the lead in exploring this this schoolhouse.
Now what might you be hiding?
Let's try not to stand in the acid if we can avoid it. Okay, we don't have to sneak anymore. We're fine. Everybody stand up. Nothing on this guy. Okay, let's go in. How about Lump the Enlightened? So here we go. So if you remember all the way back in like episode 1, and was it episode 4 where Dirge joined us, and I said I was giving them 8 intellect for a reason, not only because they have tadpoles in their brains which are making them a bit stupid, but because I knew that this item existed, and it's the warped headband of intellect, and it gives us an intelligence score of 17. So there was no point me assigning points to intelligence when I can just bump it up to 17 anyway at this point in the game. So yeah, I'm excited to have that. But now my question is, do I put it on Cordia or Dirge? I'm so tempted to put it on Cordia because I do think she is quite intelligent. But I feel like Dirge is more strategic and Cordia is a little bit more naive. So it does make sense for Dirge to have the headband of intellect. However, let me know what you think about this, guys, as well. If you prefer it on one person over the other. I also like it on Cordia because Dirge has had, like, his brain is basically mush. If you know Dirge's story, he has been experimented on and things. So without giving too much away, without too many spoilers, like, his brain is basically porridge. So it makes sense that he wouldn't be smart at this point. For now, just because we've got the Sorcerer's Diadem on Cordia and it does suit her to be the one that's healing everybody, I think for now I'm going to put it on Dirge, but I could go either way on that, honestly. So do let me know what you think. Do let me know if you have a preference of who gets 17 intelligence and who continues with 8 intelligence. The only thing is, actually though, I feel like I'm gonna do dialogue checks with Cordia more. Like, Cordia is more likely to talk to people, and when you're talking to people you can get insight checks which is based on intelligence. So actually 180, even though I do think Dirge is probably, before all this happened, I think Dirge is probably smarter than Cordia. I think it's going to give us more usage if we put it on Cordia. Gosh, that was complicated. Which means I've got the Sorcerer's Diadem free, and I think I'm going to put that on Shadowheart instead of what she normally has on there. So yeah, we also get Lump's Warhorn, which if we hadn't just killed him, we could use it to call him into battle to help us out. Not too fussy about that. Again, it's an option if that's what you want to do, but basically he's a bad guy, and we're here to stop the bad guys in this Let's Play. So I don't know. Okay, there's also this guy.
You be hiding? That's curious.
So what Shadowheart just noticed is that you can actually knock down these beams. So you can knock these down as kind of like a trap. We didn't need to do that. I was aware of it beforehand. There's also this dead tiefling. I wonder, actually, do you know what? Let's get Shadowheart over here. So if we look on this bookshelf, there's The Folly and the Fall. You can have a read of that if you want to. Just pause it and read it. And also this bookshelf.
Someone's diary. Might explain what happened here.
So someone's diary, and we can have a look at this old school book. An old school's attendance... A school's attendance log fills the ancient pages. As the pages and the days progress, more and more pupils' names vanish from the entries. In urgent script, a note in the margin states that someone has to investigate what's become of the missing children and their families. So we don't really know what happened here. We do know that Moonhaven is probably a Selûnite village, and people send their kids out into the woods and they're not returning. But also there could be something else going on, which we'll investigate further in the next episode. Sometimes, I believe, I've seen people say on Reddit that they get a cutscene there sometimes with Shadowheart. I have never had it. I don't know if you have to be playing as Shadowheart to do that. I've tried that. If I do manage to do it off camera, I'll put it in now. But if not, it just looks stupid for no reason. Yeah, that's what's going on. So those ogres can throw barrels at you. So the first time I tried this in this like in a test run here, I had Lae'zel on the roof, and all the ogres were throwing these barrels at them, and they're full of meat. So basically Lae'zel was just surrounded with meat because they kept on throwing these barrels. Yeah, so good camp supplies there though if you're looking for that. I want to see if Dirge can do Speak with the Dead on this tiefling in here as well. Now, I don't think I've tried this yet, but I had the kind of idea last night, so yeah, I do want to try it and see if it's possible.
The tiefling's corpse stirs with the spell. You realize the tiefling's body has been torn open by huge hands.
See, there you go. Clearly it's implying that Lump and the other ogres killed her, so they are not good. We did the right thing taking them down. Yeah, I'm happy that Speak with the Dead is working on this tiefling though. We know, I think we have an idea of who did this. I want to ask, because they're a tiefling, right? Maybe they're also from Elturel. What brought you to the village?
Strange warriors. Gold. Skin. Silver blades.
Quick of foot, this one, to avoid Githyanki hunters.
Oh, it was Githyanki. Wait, she came here because she was running from Githyanki. Okay, well, I've never done this before, guys. I'm excited to do this on camera with you for the first time. Well, we're trying to find the Githyanki warriors, right? Because Lae'zel says they've got this purification device which takes the tadpoles out your brain, so we need to find the crash. Where did you see those warriors? Oh, hang on. I'm Dirge. Where did you see those warriors?
Mountains. Road. Gate.
Okay, we'll have to look out for mountains, roads and gates. Anything of value you happen to have? Where are you from? Maybe she's from Elturel. Where are you from?
Elturel. Zoru.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry! I am gonna cry. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. We need to take her back to... We need to speak to Zoru. We need to take her back to Zoru and see if we get any extra dialogue there. I'm not leaving her here. Anything of value you happen to have?
True sight. No coin.
Okay, she had a gift. She had the gift of the spell of true sight. Okay, we still have this option. You only normally get 5 questions, so sometimes if you ask a question, you get other questions. So I tried to do them in priority order. Who did this to you?
Ogres. Hungry. Bloodied. Screams.
Yeah, I am glad we messed up Lump. He might have been Lump the Enlightened, but he might have been clever, but that didn't mean that he was enlightened with his soul, right? I'm glad we took him down. He was a menace and a danger to society. Okay, this is Editing Relly with something that I forgot to mention. Now, I saw this on another creator's video, this theory, and I have to share it with you. If I can remember the creator's name and the video, I will put a something up on the screen so that you know. If not, I'm so sorry that I can't remember where I saw this. But this tarnished locket on the tiefling, if you compare it to the locket that was pickpocketed by the child in Druid's Grove, the one that was like, this belonged to my mother. Apparently, if you talk to that kid, they say that the reason that they tried to steal the locket is because it looked like the one that belonged to their mother.
Why does anyone steal anything? Fine. I have the stupid amulet. Take it.
To impress a girl, most like.
It looked like my mother's, all right? Just take the damn thing and leave me alone!
Keep it, kid. You need it more than me. Poor kid.
And I think this might be the little boy's mum, which is incredibly upsetting to me, and I want to make this right somehow. So one more thing I want to do with Shadowheart, just in case we do get some kind of cutscene, is if we go over here...
What's that?
There's this hidden panel in the floor, and if we open this, it's got a child's drawing and a handwritten note. And I'll let you kind of read that. Happy birthday, Flora. Happy birthday, my love from Amanda. I'm not quite sure what the context is of that, but...
Astarion, which of us would you rather feed on if he had free reign?
Will, no question. He's strong, fast, and righteous. I'm salivating already.
Okay.
Interesting.
Shadowheart just psychoanalyzing him there. There's also this story about Drows and Menzo Branson, which I think I'm going to save until the next episode.
I'm sure you would. Don't sound so eager.
For my own reasons. Okay, so that is that for now. I think then, if I grab Dirge, what I want to do is kind of like wrap up our exploration of the village for now. Is just head over here where there's one or two more goblins hanging out. They've got their backs to us, so you know how this works. We're gonna hide to give us advantage, and fingers crossed.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
I'm not the sneakiest assassin yet, but you know what? I can keep on working on it. Sneak attack. Just I don't know. Let's straightforward here. Listen, try and take this guy out. And try again, I guess. There we go. We can do it again here. Have I shown you his bite attack yet? If I go on Vampire Bite, we can... Oh, he's not got enough movement. Oh, no. I'll have to show you that next time, I guess, guys. That's fine. That's what we're doing. Lae'zel hopefully can just finish this guy quite easily.
Let my name be known.
Oh, my God. This is a wily little guy. That's all I've got. I can't do anything now, basically. He's going to get a turn on us. Critical miss. I thought that was a critical hit. I was like, wow, I underestimated this dude. 60% chance of doing a sneak attack. Let's try it. Good job. And let's follow it up with a little jabby jabby.
Another day, another fight.
Oh, and you make horrible noises. Okay, over here, back in one of the rooms where we first encountered those goblins when we were coming back in. This is set up to be kind of like a blacksmith shop. We want to avoid this calcified web. We don't want to fall down there just yet. But if I use the Alt tab to highlight my surroundings, over here on this box is an old key. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab that. And then we can go over here and hopefully jump down here without losing too many hit points.
Never mind.
Okay, and then down here we can now go in these shabby wooden doors. There is quite a lot to explore in here. It's quite dark, but you can kind of light it up with these torches that are everywhere. But what I'm interested in showing you on camera right now is down below. So let's head down here. It is quite dark. I am sorry about that. Through this shabby door and into this room here where there's this enormous furnace. Very, very curious. Now, if we go over here, there's this chest.
Traps. How considerate.
Good job, Astarion. Can you get over here and disarm this trap, please? I love that Dirge just took a step closer, so he's like right next to it, just in case this fails. There we go, we're good. As long as we didn't roll a 1, we're fine. Okay, do we have to lockpick it as well? No, I think we can open
time to
this.
rest.
In here is some blueprints. It says intricate blueprints for 3 impressive sounding weapons. Precise arcs and neatly drawn lines form the blueprints of 3 weapons, a greatsword, a sickle, and a dagger. Each length and angle is marked with exact measurements, and forging instructions are printed carefully along the bottom of the page, emphasizing an unusual ingredient, Susa bark. The Susa bark can only be applied to an ordinary unmodified blade. So we need to now find Susa bark to be able to create...
They call for Susa bark. If only I knew where to find some.
We don't know where to find it right now, but we can keep our eyes open for it. We can also climb up here. There's a couple of chests up here. There's this one over here. Nothing too interesting in there. But if I grab Astarion and we lockpick this one.
Hardly a challenge.
And I'm going to have the beautiful Karlach do the honours. We have found some infernal iron. So this means we can now speak to Damon and see if we can repair Karlach's damaged heart. Amazing!
Infernal metal! This can help Damon patch up my engine.
She's so excited. I love her so much. There's some other stuff as well we can take here. Blacksmith's note. I'm just going to have a Dirge actually get those. Let's read that. Notes. Gift from Redacted. Faintly sulfuric odour. Forging unsuccessful. Will not melt or wrap up at standard temperature. So this guy might know how to work with Susa bark. Doesn't know how to work with infernal iron apparently. And we don't know where he got it from. And he doesn't know where it came from. He thinks it came from the Underdark. But maybe we can find more in the Underdark. That might be a good sign. We also get this great short sword. Steel forged short sword, which I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and put on. I think I might give that to Astarion actually. Astarion, or well, a lot of characters can use short swords, but Astarion's currently using a basic one, so maybe we can just upgrade that. There we go, much better. We love to see it. So we've done quite a lot today. I think I'm gonna head back to camp and long rest before we continue exploring these buildings. Go to camp and we'll just kind of see if anyone wants to have a chat. We've got a new camp as well, so that's exciting. I need to pee. Sorry, future Reddit, really. Editing on this video is going to be a pain in the arse. All right, so new camp, who dis? So again, your camp will change depending on your area, which is pretty amazing. Dirge, I think you need to pet Scratch and tell him he's a good boy. There you go. Pet him. I love how happy that seems to make Dirge. Like, you know, that big smile on his face. So sweet. All right, who do I want to talk to? Karlach, Astarion, Lae'zel. Karlach, hi.
I like Gale, but I'm keeping all my good gear well out of sight. Everything fancy he touches meets a grisly end.
I wanted to see if she said anything about the infernal iron.
Hey, soldier.
We've got some infernal metal. What should we do with it?
Damon told us to look out for this stuff, right? Let's go find him.
Okay. First thing in the morning, we go and fix your heart. So next episode, we're going to go and fix Karlach's heart. It's going to be amazing. Okay. Lae'zel, what is up here? Oh, nothing. Lae'zel, where are you, Lae'zel? There's Shadowheart. There she is. Everybody's looking a little bit rough, to be honest.
Gale is positively voracious. Well, let him suck up all the magic he needs, as long as he doesn't snack on a Githyanki's silver sword.
She's so hot. She's so sexy. We'll go through these dialogues when we're a little bit closer to the crash. We've not quite found it yet, so we'll do that as a bit of a refresher later on. Let's try looking through here.
Give it a shot.
And let's speak to Astarion. I like that Astarion's basically got his own room. Everybody's like, we don't trust you, vampire. Shuts the door on him. We want to be able to hear him creeping, right? Not that we will, because he's...
I've known people who are hungry for power, but Gale takes it a bit too literally for my liking. I wonder how he does it. Why he does it. I'm sure all will be revealed in time, but I don't like it. A waste of perfectly good treasure.
It made me laugh that when Gale was talking earlier, he was like, "Oh, my house is very tidy because I get rid of all of the clutter," and Astarion's like, "Oh, a treasure! What a waste!" Okay, I don't want to say these now. I think I'm done for now with Dirge. We'll have him hang out with Astarion for a while. Like, that's how they're going to spend that evening. Astarion reading fables to him or something. I don't know. Let's switch to Cordia. And we've got Shadowheart, Gale, and Will that I want to talk to. So, Shadowheart, where are you? There's Gale. I'm going to come back to Gale. There's Will.
Gale slurped that thing up like a horse with a carrot. I hope he got what he needed from it.
I love the comments. Like, it's worth just checking in with all the companions every evening just to see what they've all got to say. Shadowheart, then.
Let me guess. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Best if we just get the subject out of the way now. The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
I feel like she'd be like, is there anything I can do to help with it? Being like a cleric?
I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
I mean, this sounds like a see you later Toby to me. Like, sure Jan, you know? Yeah, that sounds a bit like brainwashing to me. Honestly, Shadowheart, I'm not sure about this. But being a cleric, I'm going to be respectful. And again, she's going to be concerned. So, actually, do you know what? Let's question it a little bit. Why would Shah subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
I think what we do know about Shah and Selûne is that these are divine sisters that are constantly, like yin yang, they're constantly at odds with each other. Shah doesn't like her sister Selûne, and when we've noticed Shadowheart's hand hurting, we noticed it near the Selûne broken statue that we saw just in the village just then. We saw it in the Owlbear cave when we were near the shrine. That's the word I've been looking for. We've seen it happen as well a few times before that, but I can't specifically remember the circumstances. So it could be that it's when Shadowheart is near Selûnite things, you know, like that would explain it, considering Shah doesn't like Selûne. Okay, turn to other matters. Does she like me? I feel like she just hasn't liked me recently.
What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations? Be nice.
You're not the kind of company I'd keep willingly, but all things considered, you'll do. And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps I'll be able to return the favor at some point.
Yeah, I just don't know why we're not building our relationship with her. Look at how low our relationship is with Shadowheart. I don't know what's going on with that, because I feel like we've had lots of, you know, bonding dialogue, and I don't feel like I've seen much that we've done that has upset her particularly. I don't think we've caused any reason for her to be mad towards us, so I don't know if there's something a bit broken with that, because look, compared to everybody else, like Gale kind of loves Cordia. Everybody's a bit neutral on Dirge, because I think he did come into the game a bit later, but Will adores Cord. Like, we've barely spoken to Will, I feel. I mean, we did stand up to a devil for him, so maybe that helps. Karlach and Astarion are kind of low, but Dirge has been mostly talking to them, and Lae'zel as well is fair. It's not too bad. So yeah, it does feel like Shadowheart is particularly low for some reason. I don't know how to build it. I want to romance Shadowheart. Let me romance her. Okay, I am going to go ahead and we're going to long rest.
Let's see what this does.
Or end the day at least. And I think Gale might want to chat. Yeah, there he is. Does anyone else want a chat, or is it just Gale? It is just Gale. Okay. Hi, hubby. What's up? We're all in our camp clothes as well now. That's the deity wizards adore. Mystra, right?
Oh. My, you startled me. I, was miles away.
Okay, I do have a cleric option, which is, I know that look. You were praying to the goddess, weren't you? But I think I like the sorcerer option better, which says, care to tell me why you were conjuring an image of the goddess?
No special reason, really. I was just practicing an incantation.
Okay, I like this. We have the headband of intellect now, right? Don't we? Do we? I hope so. Did I remember to put it on? There's more to it than that. You were contemplating her in a way I can hardly fathom. Yay! +1! Yay! An insight proficiency, because we had the I2. Yay! The headband of intellect is helping. We're smart now. And we're also going to add guidance as well. Oh, I rolled a nat 1! Are you kidding me? Why do I have such bad luck when I'm filming? I'm going to use an inspiration for this, because I want this. Phew. Dirty 20. Let's go.
What can I say? She's Mystra.
I can't quite describe it. The need I sometimes feel to see her. To draw the filaments of fantasy into existence. No sculpture or painting could ever do her justice. Only the fabric that she herself is and embodies.
The weave. Mystra is all magic. And as far as I'm concerned, she is all creation.
Okay, so we do have there is like sorcerer wizard banter. How narrow-minded. Magic goes far, far beyond Mystra. I don't feel like Cordia would say that though. As well with cleric as well, like it's like there are other gods that are just as important. I don't feel like I need to take an uppity tone with him. So I do like you sound like a smitten schoolboy, but I think the one that's most likely for Cordia would be, I didn't realise the depth of your devotion.
Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Is it the same for you?
I really like this one with draconic bloodline. My magic is both ancient and raw, sometimes even volatile.
Yes, as raw and ancient as the veins of Bahamut. Perhaps I can show you what I mean by reaching into the weave together.
I like that he says Bahamut, which is, I think, one of the more good aligned dragon gods, whereas Vlaakith gets the red dragons from Tiamat, and I think Tiamat is maybe not quite so nicey-nicey. So I just like that he chose a more good aligned dragon for me, I think, if I'm getting my lore correct. Okay, he wants to show me what he means by reaching into the weave together. So this is a flirty romance option here that we're opening up with Gale. So I'm gonna go, by all means, I'm ready to learn.
Then follow my lead. Now you.
I'm gonna, lots of options here. Being a sorcerer, I'm going to imitate the thing with ease. The gesture with ease.
A familiar feeling, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran Mistraril Kantrak Eo.
It's making me laugh that Karlach is just kind of like dancing around in the background. She's like right there. I'm gonna go with Sorcerer. An easy incantation. Simply repeat after Gale. We do have the intelligence option now that we've got the headband of intellect as well. But she's a sorcerer, she can do this.
Ah, yes. The scent of rosewater and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
The way she was looking at him then, she was like that's the moment she fell in love. I like this one. Sink deep into your magic. It is who you are. It is home.
You see, or is it sense, the unmistakable presence of Mystra, the Lady of Mysteries. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mystra's hand.
You did it! You're channeling the weave. How does it feel?
Honestly, it's much nicer if you do this scene at the normal camp, you know, the one near the waterfall. Just the environment's nicer, but this feels more intimate. I am gonna say, like, it's nice because we have like the sorcerer and cleric options there. Incredible, though of course I could have managed it by myself. Or cleric, it's different, but I can definitely feel a divine kind of presence. But I am here for the Riz, I am here for the romance, so I'm gonna say magical, sensual even.
That it does.
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
Just Karlach. Get out of here, Karlach! Hold on to the moment. It's a good night for intimacy. So you can always back out of these romance options. You don't have to. If you're not here for the woohoo, if that makes you feel uncomfortable or awkward and you're just not ready for that, that's not what you want to play this game for, you don't have to do any romance. It's all optional. But I'm opting in.
You realize the weave is making you one. You have but to imagine your desire, and Gale will know it.
There's some lovely ones. So there's funny ones, like you can kick him, you can back out, but I'm gonna go off these two nice ones. I'm gonna go picture kissing him with tenderness, then with passion.
I didn't think.
You perceive quick-fire gusts of embarrassment, trepidation, and finally, elation.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting. But it is a pleasant image, to be sure. Most pleasant, in fact. Most welcome.
The weave evaporates, and as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
Well, I love his reaction. His reaction is so funny to me. Like, because he's sweet and socially awkward, you know, he wasn't really reading the mood of the room there, and he's so wrapped up in, you know, the mastery of his art and connecting with his goddess that he's clearly in love with. He's clearly got a thing for Mystra. He just wasn't realizing what we were feeling, basically. He just missed the mood entirely. And so when we sprung it on him, that surprised reaction, he did approve. He was into it. He was just on the back foot. And I feel it's so funny because to me, like, that reaction is how I feel when so many of the characters kind of randomly spring romance on you. So, you know, Lae'zel is very direct. We do have an option to romance Lae'zel right now as Cordia, but Dirge doesn't have that yet. And I like the idea of Dirge and Lae'zel getting it on, so hoping that we can do it with them instead. But yeah, she's very direct and very forceful, and I'm like, oh. And then as well, like, people like, there's people that you meet in Act 2 as well, and they are very direct and very upfront, and you're always like, so that kind of shocked but kind of into it reaction is, that's me playing this game, especially in my first playthrough. Okay, I think it might be time to sleep. Let's go ahead and turn in for the night. Auto select, full rest. Will's just stood there. It's like, not enough bedrolls for me. I thought something was happening. So nothing particularly eventful over the course of the evening. Unfortunately, Gale did not sneak into my bedroll, but there's a lot of camp scenes, so we're probably gonna get one in the next video. I hope you're all enjoying this so much. So next time we play, we've got a lot to do. We're gonna take Karlach back to Druid's Grove to go and speak to Damon and, you know, see if we can do anything with her heart, which I'm so excited for because I love her so much and I want her to be happy. I want her to be able to hug people. We've also got a lot of exploring to do underneath that town. So I think what I'm probably going to do off camera, I might just go around and kind of collect everything from the area, because I don't think there's anything important that I've not shown you, and then we're gonna go downtown. We're gonna keep exploring below the village, and yeah, so that's the plan. I hope you're all enjoying. Thank you everybody who's watching my videos. I really appreciate the support, and I know they're long videos, so hopefully you're enjoying that kind of like long format style. I watch things like Critical Role, which are these kind of 4-hour long D&D videos, which I love. I always fall asleep to them, so some of you are falling asleep mid-video, and that's okay. I'm not offended. I do that too. And yeah, just generally, thank you all so much for all the love and support. Again, if you want to like and subscribe if you haven't yet already, it just makes me feel really encouraged. And if you've got any hints, tips, if you can give me them in a hopefully a non-spoiler way, because even though I've played this game before, I'm trying not to spoil it too much for the people who are getting that first-hand impression. But if you've got tips of like what I've done so far, or you know, any opinions on would you have done anything differently, absolutely go ahead and comment down below, because I love reading your comments. Also, you can find me on other platforms. I'm on Twitter, I'm on TikTok, Cinderellimouse on Twitter, and Cinderellimouse official on TikTok. I tend to put sometimes you'll have already seen the footage that I'm putting up on TikTok, and I prefer to put the video up here and then just do kind of like teasers and promos on TikTok, so you can go and follow me there if you want to. And just generally, yeah, so if you're here for Baldur's Gate, go and check out my Sims content. If you are here from the Sims community, thank you so much, because it's hard when a creator wants to do something different from their kind of main brand, so like that support means a lot to me. And yeah, hopefully I'm recording this in advance because there's going to be some Sims stuff that I'm kind of doing over the next couple of weeks, so you're probably going to start seeing that popping up all over my channel, and hopefully I can stay with the Friday uploads, the Friday videos for you guys, so that we can get into some kind of a rolling pattern with that. And yeah, I don't know, I'm waffling again. Thank you so much everybody, I appreciate your faces. Do take care of yourselves and have a good week. Bye friends.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon, fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession, I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex, haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a